So guys, hi, hi. You can actually see the reflection in my glasses. We're not doing that today. So hi, how are y'all? I'm using my laptop, but damn, I didn't know my laptop's gonna do me like that. Like damn, like it's really giving like 2012 iPhone. What's the iPhone called? iPhone 1? iPhone 1? Look how slow it's even moving as well. But it don't matter. It don't matter. It's about the message, okay? It's about the message. But I haven't dropped an episode in 2 weeks. I do apologize. I do. I really do apologize. I do because your homegirl's been going through a lot, a little trial and tribulation. Like I haven't been 100%, so it's like what's the point of recording when I'm not 100%? Like I dropped an episode called Dear Diary. You can hear me like crying and shit. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to keep when I'm talking, I'm emotional when I'm recording. No. I want to show people I am strong too. So I thought, you know what? Let me just take a break, a breather, and just so I'm back. I feel 10 times better. I feel more myself. So I'm glad to be back. Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to just be holding the mic. But this camera, I need to get a new laptop because this is the 2018 version. Hey, don't shoot me now. I'm not the richest girl in the world, so I'm not about to be dropping money on MacBooks. Like a new MacBook that I want is £1,099. Sister, I'm not even gonna get that, but I know I'm gonna invest, guys. So this is the last type of video you're ever gonna see looking like this. In a matter of minutes, you're gonna see me looking crisp and sexy. So it don't matter. But hi, if you're new here, my name is Sade the Storyteller. Hi. Hi. Welcome to the family. I have a little family. Not much people, but I love it, okay? The smaller the better, but even if it's bigger, hi, if you're 20, 30s, 40s, 50s, hi, everybody's welcome. Male, female, whatever, you're welcome. Okay? Welcome to the family. But on today's topic, I am going to be talking about like being emotional in your 20s, but I guess anybody can relate to being emotional, but I want to target it more on my age category, I would say, because I'm 23. I'm going to be 24. By the time you see this, it'll be Friday, which is my birthday. So happy birthday, me. I'm turning 24. How do I feel? I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Like someone at work was like, oh yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I look at him like, you little mad bitter. Cause like, do you like not like being grown? Cause he's 37. I'm like, I'm turning 24. Like, I know I'm young. I'm still young. I'm still a bad bitch and I'm still young. But it's like I don't I'm not acknowledging it because I know I'm getting older and I feel like I'm not there yet. So I'm just taking it day by day. But I'm excited because I'm gonna be looking like a baddie. A baddie. Don't watch the attire. I just feel like let me be my authentic self. I'm not someone that wears makeup all the time. I know presentation is key, but I feel like it's all about the message. So anyway, let's just jump right into it. Like I said prior, like I haven't been feeling myself. I have been noticing a lot of change in regards to my emotion. I've been crying more. I'm more sensitive to a lot of things. Like I'm questioning life. What is my purpose? What is my God-given duty? Like on earth, like what the hell am I meant to be doing? Even outside of that, I've also been questioning friends, family, love life, work, everything. And of course, when I'm questioning it, it could be in a good way or a negative way because I want to elaborate on my love. Like I love my man. Okay, I love my man. When I say question, I'm talking about because I know we're getting older, so you know I've just been in that space where we're doing our own thing as well as doing things together. We have to find ourselves as well as finding each other in a way because of course we met at a young age, so I feel like then it's like we didn't really have that much responsibilities. I always wanted to be under his skin. Like, just let my man. Anyway, I just wanted to be under his skin. Nowadays, it's like he has his own thing he's doing. I'm still trying to navigate what I want to do. So some days it's like, I wish I could be under your skin, but I know you're just finding yourself and you're doing what you need to do. So who am I to hinder your growth as an individual? So it's just me kind of navigating. Not every day I'm gonna see him, or not every day I'm gonna have the chance to even like sit down for 10 minutes and catch up because he's busy. And that's okay, it's life. So I'm not gonna put it past anybody. I'm not gonna fault no one, even down to friends. Like, I may not see my friends all the time because life be lifing. And it gets serious. So I can't, what's the word? Put too much pressure on people in regards to meeting me because it goes both ways. But my thing is, just don't forget me as you are doing your own thing. I feel like it goes both ways. If you want to see me, I see you. If you see me, you get in. I'm not about to do a tongue twister. Family as well. But yeah, I'm just in that phase where I'm trying to navigate this new chapter. Like I said, I'm not feeling myself. I don't know what these emotions are. I'm more sensitive to everything. I'm observing. I'm telling you, my mind, body, and soul is getting there. Like my frontal lobe, yeah, it's like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm like, I don't know how to navigate. I don't know how to. I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't like if people was to see me cry. Why are you crying? I don't know why I'm crying. Or I could be watching a movie. I remember I was on TikTok. I'm crying. I could be talking about anything and I want to cry. Like I would want to cry now, but I don't know why I want to cry. I just feel like I've become more hypersensitive to a certain degree, because I do understand when people say they're hypersensitive, it can align with ADHD. Disclaimer, I don't have that, but I'm just saying, to a degree, I feel like I've become more hypersensitive. For those who don't know what hypersensitive, like being hypersensitive means, is when you have an heightened awareness of the stimuli around you. Other characteristic includes, I'm reading off my script, so if you see me look there, I've written a script, includes processing environmental stimuli more deeply, being more emotionally reactive to behavioral inhabitation, having stronger emotional responses. There are positives to this, which is having a rich inner life and showing increased empathy. What I've realized as well, when I went out with my friend, like we was having a heart to heart, and as I'm actually talking, because this is the first time I met her. Shout out to Chanel, innit? This is the first time I've met her. We do talk here and there, here and there. I did tell her I do apologize. I've been kind of putting things, like prolonging things in regards to meeting her, because I felt like I wasn't ready, or I felt like I'm a little bit too anxious to come and meet you. Like even when I met her, I told her I'm so anxious, I need to drink, because I feel like drinking, not too much now, not too much. Drinking kind of like eased me to be more myself. Like we got on so well. She's an amazing person. Like to a point where we shared some um personal informations about each other. And I'm like, the fact that this is my first time meeting, don't get me wrong, sorry. I have spoken to her before meeting her, so it's not even weird, I guess. It's just going out with her made me realize there's more to life than being sad, Sharon. There's more to life than just being miserable about friends. If you don't like the people you're with, Sharon, make new ones. And when I went out with her, I just realized, oh, this is what I want in my life. These are the type of people I need in my life. Even when went out with my friend Sarah, shout out to her, I just said, life is worth living again, because I'm with, or I'm surrounded by people that give me so much love. But anyway, not about me. So I did some research. I was reading an article on Vogue, so British Vogue, on like why people are so emotional. So I have some statistics, so I'm going to read it out to y'all. So it says research shows that across our lifespan, mental health follows a J-shaped curve. I'm going to try to attach a like diagram so you can see what it is. It declines from childhood to young adulthood and then rises steadily in the decades after that. About 50% of 20 somethings report problems with anxiety. About 40% complains of feeling depressed. About 30% thinks about ending their lives. God forbid, guys, please. There's more to life than just killing yourself. I understand, sometimes the battle can be hard because I'm someone that's experienced it. I know the battle can be hard, but I'm telling you now, it's not the way forward. So if you do need someone to talk to, hi, I will attach my Instagram, my email, my Thread, because I'm using Thread now. So if you people use Thread, follow me on Thread, my Instagram, my email. If you guys need someone to talk to, I am here. Please don't do that. And I mean it. You are worthy. You deserve to live life to the fullest. I feel like cutting your life so short, you're not, what's the word? You're not living the best quality of life. Although your struggle is hard, I do feel like don't do it, okay? You'll thank me later, but don't do it. Back to what I was saying. Where was I? Even lost where I was. Okay, 20% struggle with substance abuse. I said it's crazy to think that, in the 20th century, some people had it all together in their 20s. Like they were married, they had babies, they even had a house. I guess back then it was a little bit cheaper to have a house and get married. In the 21st century, I've noticed a lot of people in our 20s are struggling, like struggling in the sense of, okay, they're questioning, is my job really for me? Do I really enjoy it? Like, I feel like social media has a lot to blame. Like, people are thinking by like 25, I should be married, I have kids, I should have a mortgage. And I'm like, damn, you realize you're so young. I even think at 24 to 25, you're still navigating life. I feel like pushing it 28, 29, 30 is when you start to kind of like, you know what, I'm starting to get the hang of this now, and things start to make sense. So I understand when people have kids later in life because they're like, they're not there. Because if I'm honest with you, I feel like a kid adult. I still need my mom. I still need my mom. When I'm sick, I'm calling my mom. I can put my hands on. I still ask my mom for little money here and there. Like, I'm still her baby at the end of the day, And I can say that with chest. Like, I still need my mom for certain things. I don't like to act like, oh, I'm so grown because I'm 23 now. No, no, no. I still feel like I'm a kid. I blame COVID. That's all I'm gonna say. For those who know, no. But anyway, like I said, a lot of people haven't found their purpose. Like I said, not married, no friends, no house, haven't even saved X amount to be financially comfortable. Like a lot of people, this is why I don't like social media again. Oh, if you don't have 60K in your account, oh, you failed in life. And I feel like a lot of people's circumstances are different. So you can't tell people, you can't give people a time frame. Hey, look, by this date or this year you need to have 60K. I feel like considering you have to consider many factors. uh are their parents dependent on them? you know do they even live with their parents? Do they even have a high paying salary? Do you see what I mean? Excuse me. Especially in London, if you live in London, the cost of living, I don't blame people that don't have a saving or find it hard to save. I'm not here to judge anybody. I feel like don't feed into social media too much. That's where people start comparing. And once you start comparing, you start to lose your identity, your individuality. You start to lose yourself and you start to question yourself like, am I doing enough? Am I even worthy? Like, if this person's driving a Benz, I'm not even driving a Benz. It's just, why are you comparing yourself? Just because they go, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get it. It's just not your time. And I feel like, why rush? What's the hurry? That's why I said I don't want to act like I'm growing. I don't want to grow up too early or grow up too fast because I know I have so much to learn. I feel like when you're 20, 21, 22, all the 20s, because I'm not going to single it. When you're in your 20s, you have a lot to learn about yourself and about things around you. Um, there's a lot of people that there's a first for everything. Like the first time paying rent, they didn't even know they had to pay rent. First time having, XY amount of money in their bank and they don't know what to do with it, so they're spending recklessly, or they've never had designer in their life, so they're spending their paycheck on designer. You know, I feel like allow people to live the life that they want to live. Everyone learns from their own consequences. So you telling people they're failures or they're not whatever it is, like failures, isn't it? I just feel like, who are you to judge? I feel like I can't judge you. Do what works for you. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to encourage you and help you. If I see it's making you happy for the moment, who am I to take away your happiness? So I feel like a lot of people, sometimes I see it as projecting. If you don't have talk about yourself and worry about yourself. That's what social media, a lot of people on social media forget. Worry about yourself. Don't be making other people feel bad, because remember, there's a lot of young people on social media, and what are young people? Impressionable. Once you start saying that to a young person, they start to feel pressure. Pressure. And I feel like don't put too much pressure on yourself. Life is worth living. Live it to the fullest. Live it to the fullest. God put you here, and God is the only person that can take you out. Okay? So yeah, what is the hurry? But I feel like I'm gonna allow myself to explore my 20s, and then, because a lot of people I've noticed, like, they'll have children in their 30s. At first I used to diss it. Now I'm like, you know what? I hear it because I know I'm not there yet. So for me to move like, oh, I can be a mother, I know I can't, because I'm not there yet, and there's a lot of principles for myself before I can even have a kid or to be married. I don't think marriage is a straightforward thing. I know I'm not ready for marriage. It comes with so much responsibility. I'm not going to act like, yeah, I want to be a wife now. There's so much I want to explore before I have that responsibility. Because when I think of marriage, I think of, okay, kids, then I think of a house, and then I think of me being a parent. And I'm just taking away, as selfish as it sounds, like I haven't lived life to the fullest yet to be like, you know what, I'm ready to bring in the child and put all my energy into that child. I don't think I've done it yet. So until I feel content, then I can be like, you know what, let's do it. And I think that's fair on myself. You always want to better yourself. So I feel like I'm doing the necessary things I need to better myself and to feel happy mentally, physically, spiritually. Like I said, there's no rush. I do feel like slow and steady wins the race, and there's no finish line. If you think about it, when people like they want to reach the finish line. Okay, when you reach the finish line, not a lot of people are content. They want more. The finish line is universal. As in, when they do that infinity sign, it's going to keep going. That race is going to keep going, 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 going until death do us part. And you just have to say it that way. So always have that perspective in your head, like the finish line. There's never going to be a finish line, or you're never going to reach the finish line, because by the time you get closer to the finish line, it'll get further away. You get closer, it gets further away. Just take it as, okay, I'm there, but I know I want more. I want to push myself more. What am I going to do to push myself more? No rich man is satisfied with the amount of money he has. He wants to make more money than he has. He's not going to be like, you know what, I'm content. I'm going to sit here and just do me. No, no, no. He's going to find another way to, okay, how can I generate income or revenue or da 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 da. He's going to find different ways to be better and do more. Do you see what I mean? So the finish line is never ending. So always have that in your head. Like, you're never going to reach the finish line, Happiness starts within you. But yeah, I just feel like when navigating your 20s, I do believe you are going to go through different stages of emotions, whether that be you're going to be oversensitive, you're going to be an angry individual, you want times where you want to be alone and figure things out. And I think that's okay. I do feel like everyone needs to go through a period where they are by themselves, so you can get to know yourself and know what makes you upset, makes you angry, makes you cry, what you tolerate, what you don't tolerate, what you like to eat, what you don't like to eat. Oh, I no longer like the color black anymore. I like pink. I do like pink. Pink is my favorite color. Damn. But you see what I mean? I feel like you do need to allow that, like, just go through a period. I'm in that period right now, like, I want to be by myself. Yeah, it's nice to have a few friends, but I'm living that quiet life. I just want a quiet life. Because I feel like, because I've been spending quite a bit of time by myself, I'm starting to see things for what it is, and I'm starting to realize, hey, you know what? This ain't for me no more. I don't like this anymore. Or me and this person, we don't share the same morals and values anymore. So you know what? I'm gonna hang the boots up and keep it walking. Or I'm just gonna take a step back. Slowly, 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 slowly. Take a step back. And I feel like gradually you will be able to regulate your emotions better when you get used to it. And you're like, you know what? Okay, I may feel sad today, but I know what I can do to make myself feel so like more calm. Like, say for example, if I'm sad, I'll probably read a book. Do you see what I mean? Have what do they call it? You know how some people, for example, they'll be like, I'm going through something, and their coping mechanism is to consume certain substances, or do you see what I mean? And I feel like that's very negative. So find positive coping mechanism. Okay, I'm sad today. I'm gonna read a book. I'm sad today. I'm gonna listen to a positive podcast. I'm angry, so let me go on a walk and just walk it off, or go to a boxing class to just kind of release your anger. Oh, you know what? My house is too chaotic. Go to a cafe that gives that has a nice scenery, has a good energy. Even go to a jazz club. That's what I want to find. Jazz music makes me feel woosa, woosa. So I feel like find positive coping mechanisms for yourself to feel good and content and happy, because your happiness matters. I do feel like you kind of sometimes need to have a selfish mindset. Put yourself first. As I always say in every episode, you was born alone, you are going to die alone. And that's the reality of it, whether it be morbid or not. It is the reality of it. But yeah, the more you get used to these emotions that you're going through and that you're feeling, eventually you'll be able to regulate it better, and you'll feel more happy. You're like, you know what? I'm invincible. I'm unstoppable. No one can tell me how to feel or how to deal with it. I know how to deal with me. Only welcome energies that you feel comfortable with. Welcome people that you feel like they're going to treat you with love and care. TLC. Don't know what TLC stands for. I forgot. But I wanted to share some stats from the same article I read, British Vogue. I forgot the lady's name, but I'm gonna put it in the show notes because her article is really good. But she what does she do? She asked people aged 18 to 94 to report negative and positive feelings throughout the week. And the results, because I read the results, were very reassuring. So I feel like, why not share it to people who is listening that may potentially be, let's say, younger than 20, older than 30, whatever your age is. I think this is good for you to listen to. So I'm about to read this, so bear with me because I gotta zoom in because it's a little too small. So it says, there were no age effects for positive feelings. Older adults felt good about as often as younger adults. I don't know what Albert's means, but Albert may be sometimes for different reason. Younger adults might have been excited about a new apartment or an upcoming music festival. Well, while maybe older adults were excited about a new grandchild or a trip to Australia. Whatever the case, good feelings were enjoyed just as frequently and just as intensely across all ages and stages. Not so, however, for the not so good feelings. Compared to older adults, younger adults were more likely to experience all sorts of ways of feeling bad. The frequency of negative emotions declined across adulthood until around age 60, when there was a slight uptick by far. However, young adults had the most bad moments and the most bad days. Damn, we young adults need to find ways to cope, honestly, because it is sad to kind of hear that a lot of people around my age or older are struggling or going through a lot of trials and tribulations. I feel like we need to be able to help each other cope and tell each other or reassure each other, because not a lot of people reassure each other and be like, there's light at the end of the tunnel. If you think about it, you're the one that controls your own emotion. Yeah, things may trigger you, but you have a choice to whether to consume it or let it go. Just be like, you know what? That bothered me, but I'm not going to let it get to me too much, as hard as it is, because I'm sitting here saying this when I know I let things get to me. But I made a rule to myself. I'm not going to let myself be too sad for too long. If I do that, I will consume it and be a very down bad person. And I don't want people to be a down bad person and not be able to get themselves out of that down bad place. Anyway, moving forward. That there were no age effects for positive feelings. Older adults felt good about as often as younger adults, albeit maybe sometimes for different reasons. Younger adults might have been excited about a new. Oh, did I just read this? I did. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find it. You guys need to hear it. I got to find it. I got to find it. Sorry, y'all. I read the same thing twice. Quick ad break. Da 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 circus, da 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 Afro circus, Afro circus. Bug it up, bug it up, bug it up. Da 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 circus, da 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 Afro circus, Afro circus. Bug it up, bug it up. There. Circus, Afro, circus, Afro, bug it up, bug it up, bug it up, Afro. Okay, found it. Related to this is that compared to younger adults, older adults in the studies were better able to regulate their feelings. Their positive states hung around longer and their negative feelings passed more quickly. They were also more likely to report mixed feelings or moments when the good and the bad could coexist. For younger adults, however, their bad feelings were more likely to outlast and overwhelm their good feelings. Then the last bit to conclude, on balance, life gets better as we age in large part because we have more control over work and school and friends and love and rent and healthcare and really most aspects of our lives. We are more APT, don't know what she meant by that, and more able to choose people and situations and activities to make us feel better, not worse. And when our situations do go sideways, our negative emotions don't feel as strong as they don't last as long. All this takes practice and perspective. Ooh, let me say that again. All this takes is practice and perspective, which are two things 20-something like Kate may not have yet, because the story is about a woman called Kate. But that made me feel good reading that, because at least I know there's light at the end of the tunnel and things are only going to be looking good. There's a way up or there's a way out of it, you know? So I guess the message I'm trying to say is keep pushing. You're not going to be sad forever because sadness is only temporary. Pain is only temporary. Think about when you cut yourself, you have a scar, right? What happens to the scar? It heals eventually and it becomes new skin. So keep that concept in your head, like, okay, I'm down now, but eventually I'm going to heal and grow some new skin. Maybe a tougher back. You know how people are like, oh, you need to have a tough back. Yeah, maybe a tougher back. Yeah, you can have days where you can't regulate your emotions as well as you would like, but that's okay because we're only human. So take it easy. I feel like don't put too much pressure on yourself because if you do, that's where you go wrong and that's where things just go left. And I don't want that for people. I don't want that for you. If you're watching this, I don't want that for you. You're doing amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. Honestly, amazing. So that concludes the topic. I hope you guys actually like the topic. Hopefully, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try drop an episode every day. So when you see this is Friday, but before you're going to see a couple more. So I'm going to try my best to drop as much episodes as I can just for you guys and just so I can feel content and happy that I'm able to bless people with some advice. Chill. Clock it. Clock it. Clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it. But yeah, I'm turning 24, guys. What can I say to myself? I'm proud of myself because I feel like I've accomplished quite a few things and I've really have been working on myself. Still, I'm working on myself because I don't feel like I'm there yet. But all I can do is say I'm proud of myself. And I'm the biggest, baddest bitch. And that's on period. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please stay a while. Don't forget to share and follow so you can keep up with the podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend. More engagement means a lot to me, guys. So thank you for watching and ciao. Oh, I like it.